Welcome back, everyone. I'm Wendy, and thanks for tuning in for another edition of The Bomb Show. For this episode, we have Hot Toys Amazing Spider-Man from the big screen epic Amazing Spider-Man 2. Yay! We had briefly done a casual comparison of this figure to the Amazing Spider-Man from the first film, but this time we have an Elite Showcase compliments of Sideshow Collectibles. Starting with the package, we get a standard shoebox style covered in film images, logos, and manufacturing info. Inside, we get the usual clamshell layer treatment with specific slots for all of the precious Hot Toys merchandise enclosed. Out of the box and all set up, Spider-Man looks pretty spectacular and amazing too, no pun intended. This time around, we get a more classic costume than the first Amazing Spider-Man Hot Toys effort. We certainly prefer this costume over the first, probably because it has more of the Spider-Man look from our childhood. Hot Toys have once again pulled off what appears to be an exquisite example of virtuoso-level tailoring with the most microscopic patterns, stitch, and screen-printed details with flawless execution. This guy could literally stand in as a film double in a wide shot. Everything from the finely detailed and painted soles of Spider-Man's boots to the clear shielded honeycomb grids on his eyes is, for lack of a better word, awe-inspiring. As most would expect, Spider-Man's costume is absolutely not intended to be removed or altered in any way whatsoever. The costume is fairly elastic and very much fitted all around, which as expected limits his more dynamic poses. This guy is capable of fairly extensive posability, but we wouldn't recommend pushing him too far because eventually fabric can tear and seams can come apart. Spider-Man's base body features most of Hot Toys' latest articulation features, including double-jointed knees and elbows, a multi-segmented core, four-way shoulders, and universals and ball joints pretty much everywhere else. Hot Toys introduces a new feature on the Spider-Man in the form of segmented hands with magnetic switch-out capabilities. So instead of multiple posed hands that switch out at the wrist joint, we get a pair of fixed hands which break away mid-palm. Hot Toys then supplies us with 5 additional pairs for a total of 12 hand options in various poses, from clenched fists to extended palms to accessory-specific posed hands. We believe Hot Toys' motivation for this was seamless wrists over exposed universal joints, which does make a smoother transition from the fabric sleeve to the plastic hand. However, we kind of like having a backup plan if a wrist joint breaks, while in this case, Hot Toys doesn't allow for a backup plan. Good thing for us, we don't manipulate or handle our figures too much. The Amazing Spider-Man does come packed with some pretty cool and unique accessories. First off, we get the larger pentagonal base with gooseneck post and metallic nameplate. We like the switch out cardboard base because consumers could use the supplied spider image or customize with an image of their choice. The gooseneck post, on the other hand, we aren't too crazy about. We totally understand the gooseneck for aerial poses, but we can't figure out how to use it to support a grounded figure effectively. If anyone has figured that out, tell us because it has eluded us. Next up, we get Spider-Man's under-the-weather accessories, consisting of an aqua ski hat, which looks fantastic in 6 scale. The ribbing looks spot on. We also get the orange vest, which features super micro stitching, functioning zipper, and the green lining almost makes it seem reversible. Spider-Man also has his blue and white striped and tasseled scarf, which looks very convincing in 6 scale. We also get Spider-Man's backpack with functioning zippers, pouches, clasps, buckles, drawstrings, and a faux leather bottom. Would have been really cool if we had also gotten his flu medicine, but we did get a really cool bullhorn which features a really sharp sculpt and paint applications. And of course we get Spider-Man's livelihood in the form of 4 interchangeable web accessories, all finely detailed and very welcome in the replay and display departments. We passed on the Hot Toys red and blue Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. We picked up the black Tobey Spidey, mostly for the head sculpt. Also, we have the Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man, and now we have this guy, which is a much closer representation of the Spider-Man nearest and dearest to us, the 1970s classic television series Amazing Spider-Man. This one is at least awesome and more than adequate until we get a high-end Nicholas Hammond Amazing Spider-Man. But I doubt Hot Toys will make that. We're pretty certain Hot Toys and Spider-Man fans will eat this one up. The magnetic hands may be a subject of dispute, but we're fine with them. This guy is a bit pricey, but with Hot Toys you usually get what you pay for. This guy is definitely the bomb, and we highly recommend him if you can swing it. Check out the link in the description for a link to Sideshow's site for more information. Until next time, peace and love.